Hi, welcome to our tutorial series on SwiftUI. In this video, I will show you how to add a free-form drawing board, chat and video calling to your SwiftUI app. We will use the Apple's PencilKit framework, equipped with an intuitive canvas and rich set of tools for making handwritten notes and sketches. For the messaging and video calling part, we will use Streams Chat and Video SDKs. So let's begin with a starter SwiftUI project and settings. I will show you how to install and configure the Streams Chat and Video SDKs for iOS. We will look at an overview of PencilKit. Then I will show you how to implement the drawing canvas. And finally, we will test on both iPhone and iPad. So let's begin. Let's run the final project to see what we will build in this tutorial. On the toolbar, we will change the device and select Amos iPad and run it. Similar to Apple's Freeform app for iOS and macOS, the app we built in this tutorial is a perfect use case for whiteboarding and creative brainstorming. On the drawing canvas, users can initiate a call. Once a call is started, you can tap the person 2 icon on the top right to invite people to join the call. We can record the drawing canvas and also screen share. Additionally, the drawing board provides a seamless way to share and collaborate with ideas and any drawing you make on the canvas via chat messaging. We will handle the chat and video calling features with Stream Chat and Video for iOS. If you're new to Stream, I encourage you to check our website and go to Developer, Chat Messaging, and select iOS. For video, you go to Developer, Video and Audio, and select iOS. Let's go back to the drawing board again. So on the top right, we have the collaboration tools. Once you draw anything on the canvas, you can tap the Save icon on the top right to save it to the Photos library. On the bottom right, we have the drawing tools, so we can pick any of the tools and draw with it. We can change color by using this color picker. If you want to make straight lines or diagonal lines, we can use this ruler. On the drawing canvas, you can make as many mistakes you want because we have all the tools to undo, redo, erase whatever you draw on the canvas. Or if you like, you can clear the canvas completely. We also have the default drawing tools from PencilKit. So here we have all these controls which you can pick and draw. Lastly, we have a menu for picking the available pencils to draw on the canvas. So this is basically what we will build in this tutorial. You can download the project from this GitHub repository. Once you come here, you go to the iOS SwiftUI folder and look for SwiftUI Drawing App. You can download the project as a zip file, or you can open this folder. So we have all these folders. You can open each one of them and explore the Swift files. I encourage you to download the final project from GitHub and test it on either iPhone or iPad, and also draw with your finger or using Apple Pencil. Let's also look at the iPhone version of the app by running it on my iPhone. So we have a similar canvas like the iPad version. But on the bottom part of the screen, we don't show all the drawing tools. We have the ruler, so we can just drag it around and make diagonal lines and make straight lines. Let's take a look at the starter SwiftUI project. Do some configurations before we implement the drawing canvas. In the starter project, I have already added all these folders. So we have the one for freeform drawing, chat messaging, and video calling. We will focus only on the freeform drawing. So in the chat messaging folder, I have the chat setup. To set up the chat functionality, we need a valid user with an API key and token. In this tutorial, we do not go through the setup, but we have an excellent resource in our documentation which goes through the chat setup in detail. So I encourage you to refer to this tutorial if you are new to Stream Chat. In the next file, Custom Channel List, we display the channel list view, that is the list of channels you saw from the preview of the final project. Next, we have the video calling folder. For the video calling part, we also need an authenticated user with properties such as API key, user ID, and token. So in this tutorial, we do not also go through the setup of the video calling part, but we have an excellent tutorial on our website. So I encourage you to check this tutorial if you're new to stream video. We have participants view that displays both local and remote participants. Then we have the floating participant view that displays the local participants video. So I encourage you to check the step-by-step tutorial to learn how to set the Video SDK up. To install the Stream Chat and Video SDKs in the SwiftUI project, we will use Swift Package Manager. Let's take a look at how it is done. I will go to a tutorial on our website. If you go to getstream.io, you can go to Developer, Chat Messaging, and select iOS. Under the Overview section, you click SwiftUI. This is the tutorial I mentioned previously. It goes step by step in setting up the Chat SDK. So to install the chat, we need this URL. I will copy that and go to the Xcode project. We go to File, Add Package Dependencies, and paste it in the search. That fetches the SDK from GitHub. So let's click Add Package. You can see here we have Stream Chat SwiftUI. It consists of the core Stream Chat SDK as well as reusable SwiftUI components for building chat experiences. I have it already installed, so let's cancel that. We can install the Video SDK in the same way, so let's go back to the website and navigate back to Developer, Video and Audio. Then I will select iOS. We have all these tutorials. Let's select Video and Audio Calling tutorial. So this is the tutorial I mentioned previously. You can go through this to set up the Video SDK in a step-by-step manner. In order to install it in the Xcode project, we need this link that fetches the SDK from GitHub. So in Xcode, I'll do it in the same way by going to File, Add Package Dependencies, and paste it here. That fetches the SDK from the GitHub repo. So let's click Add Package. For this, we have the core Video SDK, Stream Video SwiftUI for building VoIP calling experiences, such as audio room, live streaming, and video calling. The last one is Stream Video UI Kit. It is a UI Kit wrapper for the SwiftUI components. In this tutorial, we do not need that. So you can see here, I have Stream Video and Stream Video SwiftUI grayed out. I did not install the Stream Video UI Kit version. So once you reach this point, you don't need to install the UI Kit unless you need that. I have it already installed, so let's cancel that. So in this app, users can make freeform sketches and nodes on the drawing canvas and save them to their iOS device's photo library and send the drawings they make to other people as message attachments. In Xcode, we are required to set permission to allow the app to pick saved drawings from the user's photo library and send them to others. To do this, we select the main app file and go to Info. If I hover on any of the key items here, you can see there is a plus icon. Let's click that to add a new privacy. I will go to the privacy section and select Photo Library Description. That is this one, Photo Library Usage Description. Once we add that, we need to enter a string that will be displayed to the user. But we can also leave this field empty to get a default string from the system. This is our first privacy setting. The app's audio and video calling feature requires people's microphone and camera to make calls. The camera and microphone are considered as protected assets, so we are also required to set the privacy for microphone and camera. Let's click the plus icon here and go to the privacy section and select the one for camera. We will also leave the value field empty. Lastly, we will set the privacy for microphone. So we have these three privacies in place: photo library, camera, and microphone. We have now looked at an overview of how to add the chat and video SDKs to our project and how to configure them to make video calls and provide the ability to send messages. Let's now jump into implementing the drawing canvas in our SwiftUI project using PencilKit. If you have ever used the Apple's Freeform drawing app on iOS for making notes or making some sketches, that means you have experienced PencilKit. PencilKit is a free-form drawing framework from Apple that allows the implementation of low-latency drawing in macOS, iOS, and visionOS apps by capturing and displaying drawing inputs from the user's finger and also Apple Pencil. It allows developers to quickly incorporate hand-drawing content and document or image markup into their apps. As you can see from the drawing canvas, it has drawing tools for creating, erasing, undoing, and selecting. Once you implement PencilKit in your app, the sketching environment will automatically support tilt sensitivity, palm rejection to ensure precision drawing. To implement the freeform drawing board in the SwiftUI project, let's add a new file in the folder freeform drawing. Under user interface, we will select the file SwiftUI view and click next. Let's call it freeform drawing view and create. We don't need a preview on the right, so let's press Option, Command and Enter to hide it and remove the preview here. To add the drawing canvas, first we need to import PencilKit. We also need other imports for the video calling and chat messaging functionalities, so let's add them here. We need these imports in order to activate the chat and video calling functionalities on the drawing canvas. In the freeform drawing view struct, let's define a state variable called canvas, that is a PK canvas view object. This object will allow us to capture finger and Apple Pencil inputs from the user. So let's add it here. So here we select PK canvas view. Next, we define the following properties for drawing, color, pencil type, and color picker. We also need another environment variable for undoing changes to drawings on the canvas. SwiftUI does not support PencilKit natively, so we should create a drawing view struct and make it UI view representable. Below the freeform drawing view struct, let's add another struct and call it drawing view. Then we make it UI view representable. In this struct, we will define the following binding properties. We have one for PK canvas view that will enable us to capture input from Apple Pencil and the user's finger. Then we have a binding variable that determines whether the user is drawing or not. We have the pencil type and color. Next, let's create this computed property. This property will update the pencil type whenever the user picks a different pencil. Let's define this constant for the eraser tool. Then we create a function called makeUIView. In this function, we set the drawing policy to any input. Let's put a period here to see the other options. We have default. If you want to draw with pencil only, we have this option. But we also need finger input, so we select the option any input. With any input, we can capture Apple Pencil input as well as an input from the finger. In the makeUIView function, we also set a tool picker. So over here, we will show the tool picker once the canvas becomes a first responder. Lastly, we will define another function, updateUIView. This function will watch all the binding variables we defined here for changes. So when the user starts to draw, we call the updateUIView, and then when the user picks any of the pencil types, we update the function as well, or when the user picks a different color. Let's navigate back to the freeform drawing view struct, that is this one. In the body computed property, let's remove this text and add a navigation stack. Over here, we need to create an instance of the drawing view we defined earlier. Over here, let's add a toolbar. In the toolbar, we will append the drawing tools, chat and video buttons in the various sections. So you can see here inside the toolbar, we place this navigation bar item group and add all these buttons. So we have the modification tools, this one for clearing whatever we draw on the canvas. We have a button to undo, redo, and others. Next, we have this menu for displaying a set of drawing tools. Then we have the drawing tools on the bottom right. On the top trailing, we have all these buttons. The one for messaging, video calling, screen sharing, and recording. We see these errors because we need to define all these properties as state variables. So let's scroll to the top and add them here. So we have one for messaging, video calling, screen sharing, and recording. Finally, in the freeform drawing view struct, we need another function to save whatever we draw on the canvas. So let's add this function over here. So here we get a drawing image from the canvas, and then we save it to the user's photos library. So this is all we need to do to implement the freeform drawing in the SwiftUI app. First, we defined all these properties, and over here, we created a drawing view with the following binding properties. A function to make UI view. We show the default tool picker from PencilKit when the canvas becomes a first responder. Then we create this function to watch the binding properties over here for changes. Then back to the freeform drawing view struct. We added a navigation stack consisting of toolbar to display our drawing tools. Then with the save drawing function, we get the drawing image from the canvas and save it to the photos library of the user. To run the app, we should go to the file that displays first when the app launches. That is the main apps file. So here we modify the app scene to display our freeform drawing canvas, as well as the Swift file containing the video calling configurations. Since these two files are in the entry point of the app, that is, they are embedded in drawing group, the drawing board, its tools, and the calling functionalities become immediately available when the app runs. The drawing app we just created runs successfully on both iPhone and iPad. Let's test it on both devices. So let's preview the app by running it on my iPhone. I will pick any of the drawing tools here and also choose a color and make some notes. Then I will save it to the photos library and initiate a new chat. I will pick anyone in the channel list. On the bottom left, I will tap the attachment icon. I tap the save button multiple times. That is why we have multiple images here. So I will pick one of them and attach it to the message. So once we have it in the message composer, we can tap the send button to send it. We can also react to the image. We can screen record, screen share, and make a video call. This is all I have for you in this video in making a SwiftUI app for freeform drawing, video calling, screen sharing, screen recording, and chat messaging. To recap, in this video you have discovered the fundamentals of creating a SwiftUI whiteboard and freeform drawing app using PencilKit. We added video calling and chat messaging to the app for collaboration. To go beyond the basics, I encourage you to check the PencilKit documentation, as well as the iOS documentations for Stream Chat and Video SDKs. Thanks for watching this video.